Hi, it's Mike Stephenson. In today's video, we're going to look at a new feature we've released in Turbo 360 about the optimization of storage accounts. So in a storage account, there's a few features like lifecycle policies where you can have things in Azure that would go and sort of change storage tiers on based on a policy like if a file hasn't been used for 30 days, go and kind of clean it up. The problem we've had is customers have given us feedback that they have some challenges with lifecycle policies occasionally, where they want to take more control about when the jobs would run and when the optimization happens. So we had some customer requests for features to help do a slightly different way of managing that. So we're going to have a look at this feature, and we've kind of had a similar feature to this within our business application module for a few years. One of the things that we found is that customers can be using different modules in Turbo 360, and sometimes the same use case becomes relevant in different modules. So in the case of business apps here, customers use this kind of cleanup feature more as like an operations task. In the cost analyzer module, customers can have the same requirement, but it's used for a different reason. So sometimes a customer may only have the cost analyzer module. Sometimes they may have more than one, but this cleanup activity is also relevant in cost analyzer as well. Now, in terms of our product investments, what we're trying to do here is introduce the idea of being able to create optimization workflows where you can do a sequence of tasks. And this is the first bit we've introduced based on customer requests, is some tasks to automate storage cleanup. In the future, we'll be adding other tasks to this workflow area where we'll do other things. But let's take a look at what this looks like. So here in Turbo 360, I'm in my demo environment, and I'm looking at this storage optimizer demo down here. And if we go into the optimization section, so this is the bit where we have different features for things like right size and reservations. Scheduling would be for time-based, kind of just changing things like change a SKU of a VM, for example. But we've added this workflow section to allow us to do some more complicated stuff. So one of the things you'll be able to do over here is that this is where over time we'll extend and add other features. But let's say I want to create purge blobs from a storage blob container. So here I would add the details of what I want to add. So let me just do that. I would then be choosing on my workflow here. I'd choose things like set the storage account, and then here it would be set the properties of what you want to do with the purge of the blobs, and set rules about it. We then have things like the schedule of when do you want this to run. And then we'd have notifications, so you can get a notification to say that your job runs. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at the one that I've already created. It's a very simple one here. So here I've just set the storage account, and down on the bottom here, I've configured the rules. So you can see here, we've got a bunch of stuff like consider the time a blobs existed. So here I'm using the modified before or after. Here I could use created before. We've got types of blobs and then some options for paths. Now, at this point here, you would be just configuring how do I decide which blobs I want to kind of migrate. And then here I'm setting my schedule, and so this is where you have control over when the job runs. So the thing some customers asked for was, look, I only want to run this job once a week. Go and clean up my storage account of things that have been processed by the end of the week and that kind of thing. So here you can control the schedule. We then have the ability to send notifications. So I'm just sending one to my Teams channel, but you could do like a ServiceNow ticket or something like that. In terms of the types of jobs that we have at the minute, so currently we're supporting things like purge jobs. Change access tiers is quite good if you need to keep that data around for a while. So imagine an integration scenario. You bring in a file of data. So maybe this is some kind of data integration. You process the file, but you need to keep it, so you can just move it to the cool tier so that you can get it later, but you're paying a cheaper amount for storage is one of the common things. And as I say, over time, we'll add features for other types of workflows that you can build up. And the aim is to just really make it easy to configure these optimizations. And the key thing that I really like is these are going to be managed, on your tree view over here. You're building a tree view for cost management for different teams and products that you might build. So the workflow optimization can be in the scope of the team who manages cost in that area. So an example would be, say I've got my integration team managing their costs. They've got some schedules for things they want to turn off and turn on. They've got right sizing for things like, reconfigure my VM sizes or my app services. And then they'll build workflows here for simple things that they want to do just to tune how their costs are working. So here, this would be a good one for, if I think about a customer scenario I did in the past, we had quite a lot of stuff in blob storage for, just temporary data storage while you're processing data, and we can just easily have an end of week job that goes and runs and cleans all that out. Would be really cool. Thank you for listening to today's video. We'd love to hear customer feedback of what other kinds of workflows people would need to be able to tune and manage cost in the real world. Thank you for listening. Have a great week.